Josh finally seems to be sailing his boat to its full potential. Over the past few months, Josh Hall and Brad Van Leeuw have become close friends, shutting down bars during the stopovers. 6 days into Leg 3, Brad is the first to hear the bad news about his friend's yacht.
The radio schedule with Josh, and he and I keep in pretty good contact as far as email goes. And I just got an email from him that he lost his mast.
About 5 hours ago, we were happily doing 20 knots. Then suddenly there's a big bang, and this is what happened. The mast fell over the side. Looks like it broke just underneath the lower spreader. Pretty devastating, really. Hasn't really sunk in yet, but we're heading towards the Chatham Islands now. Can't believe it, we're out of the race. Again.
Limping toward Chatham Islands under jury rig, Hall's AroundAlone adventure is over. Now, there are just 3 Class 1 sailors left: Isabelle Tessier, Giovanni Soldini, and Mark Thursland. On February 15th, Race Operations Center in Charleston receives an alert from Isabelle's boat. As standard procedure, they call and send messages to Isabelle but receive no reply.
When we receive no response, our next move is to look at the situation which is being displayed to us and decide who are the closest competitors and who are the most able people to go to her assistance.
She is about 1,900 miles west of Cape Horn, as far away from land as a person can get. Too far away for rescue planes and helicopters. Giovanni is 200 miles to the north. Mark Thursland is downwind. They decide Giovanni has the better shot and ask him to divert.
He was sleeping for the first couple of hours, but immediately he saw that the message had come through from race headquarters. He picked up his phone, called us. I explained the situation to him, and he said, "I'll go immediately."
As he blasts through 20-foot waves and stiff headwinds, Giovanni thinks about his lost friend, Andrea Romanelli. He makes a vow to himself: I will not lose another close friend to the sea. He covers the 198 miles in 22 hours and reaches Isabelle's last known position at dawn. Suddenly, he spots Isabelle's boat in the distance, upside down, the keel sticking up in the sky. He realizes that the boat is finished. But where is Isabelle? A life raft trails the yacht, but she's not in it. Giovanni doesn't know whether Isabelle is still inside the boat or if she has been washed overboard. He circles her boat 3 times, screaming her name at the top of his lungs. Still no sign of Isabelle. Finally, he picks up a hammer and throws it at the hull. Inside, Isabelle is in a survival suit, sleeping in a compartment near an escape hatch on the stern. The hammer wakes her up.
And so I hear that noise, I say, okay, what's going on? And I just opened the hatch and Phila was there, and Giovanni was smiling like that, you know, ah! And we decided how to do the thing, but it was quite easy because at that time I was blowing 10 knots and the sea was easy going, so I just jumped in the life raft and he threw me a rope and put me into Phila.
was great, you know. Give us time to drink wine and, you know, just take it easy.
After dry clothes and a celebratory toast, Giovanni sends a message to race headquarters saying everything is okay. And he is back in the race. Mark Thursland is the first to round Cape Horn, though Giovanni and his passenger are catching up. Then trouble strikes again. Off the coast of Argentina, somewhere's carbon fiber mast snaps in two and impales the cabin roof, missing Thursland's head by a few inches. After several exhausting hours, the resilient sailor erects a jury rig and sails to the Falkland Islands to meet his shore team and step a replacement. Mark Thursland is still in the Falklands when Giovanni and Isabel celebrate their rounding of Cape Horn. Mark Thursland's mishap opens the door for Giovanni, who passes the Falkland Islands while Thursland's boat is still being repaired. A week later, Mark Thursland rejoins the race, but loses any chance to catch his rival. On March 3, Fila's illuminated mainsail appears on the horizon like a triangular moon. With Thursland's dreams dashed, Giovanni now is in first position, and hundreds of well-wishers, reporters, and television crews are waiting to greet him at the finish line in Punta del Este. His remarkable Southern Ocean Odyssey and the daring rescue of Isabel have turned him into an international celebrity. Stream out of the harbor to greet him, their twinkling lights making the water a mirror image of the starry sky. Finally, after more than 27,000 miles, he crosses the finish line. His journey is over. When the cannon sounds, a shooting star burns across the black sky. Someone remarks that Soldini's lost friend, Andrea Romanelli, is watching from above. The spirited Italian has made sailing history. His time at sea, 116 days and 20 hours, is a record. He is the first Italian, indeed the first non-Frenchman, to win the race. The French single-handed sailing dynasty is no more. And so, with the race over, it is time for parties, awards, and reflections. The people of the historic city of Charleston have closely followed this race over the past 8 months, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the awards ceremony for AroundAlone 1998-99. I'm Mark Schrader, the race director for AroundAlone.
Each of the 16 skippers who left Charleston spent years, even decades, planning and dreaming of doing the race. Nearly half saw their dreams dashed in one way or another.
We are the children of the wind. We were born to sail the 7 seas. The Southern Cross will light the darkness for the children of the wind, for the children born to the wind. There is danger in the wind when you put your soul upon the line, for the ocean waits to try and break you in your battle to survive. Yes, the ocean waits to try and break you, but your dreams will never die.
first place overall goes the perpetual line honors trophy from the Queen's Jewelers in London, inscribed with the names of every finisher of every edition of this race. Giovanni, you've got it for the next 4 years.
And the Southern Cross will shine forever for the children born to the wind.
Alone, they have sailed with the whales and dolphins, sailed with their fears and hopes. They have suffered and triumphed. Indeed, it is when we are alone that the background noise of our thoughts are the loudest. But it is together where we find meaning and belonging. For the skippers, the 1998-99 Around Alone was a chance to dare the mightiest of seas. For the rest of us, it was an 8-month lesson in courage, endurance, and living life moment by moment. A sea story that showed that dreams can be as powerful as an ocean wave.
All alone, I wonder who I am. And the answer, is it waiting in the wind? And the Southern